We are Confidence Valley, and today we have live session with ChatGPT, and our topic is how to set boundaries in relationship and stay true to yourself. So, hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ravi. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm really looking forward to today's session. Boundaries and staying true to yourself. How can I assist you today?
So, ChatGPT, our next first question is, what does setting boundaries really means to you in relationship?
That's a great question. In relationships, setting boundaries essentially means defining and communicating what is acceptable and what isn't in order to protect your own well-being and maintain healthy dynamics. It's about being clear on your limits, respecting yourself, and fostering mutual respect. It also means being able to say no when needed and ensuring that your needs and values are honored.
Okay, why are boundaries important for mental and emotional health?
Boundaries are crucial for mental and emotional health because they help protect your personal space and energy. By setting clear boundaries, you can prevent feelings of overwhelm, resentment, and burnout. They also foster healthier, more respectful relationships where both parties feel valued and understood. Ultimately, boundaries support your self-esteem, emotional balance, and overall well-being.
Okay, why do many people struggle to set boundaries?
A lot of people struggle with setting boundaries due to fears of conflict, rejection, or disappointing others. There's often a deep rooted desire to be liked or to avoid confrontation, which can make it difficult to assert personal needs. Additionally, some people have grown up in environments where boundaries were respected or modeled, making it harder to learn and practice them. It's definitely a skill that takes time and practice to develop.
Okay, why do many people struggle to set?
Absolutely. In addition to the fear of conflict or rejection, many people also struggle due to cultural or familial conditioning, where setting boundaries might have been seen as rude or selfish. There can also be a lack of confidence or self awareness, making it difficult to recognize where boundary is. Over time, though, with practice and support, it becomes easy to establish and maintain healthy boundaries.
Okay, that's great. So, our next question is, how can lack of boundaries affect self-esteem and relationship?
That's a really important point. When boundaries are lacking, it can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or even resentment. This can erode self-esteem as individuals may start to feel that their needs and feelings aren't valued. In relationships, this often leads to imbalance where one person might give too much and the other takes too much, causing strain and disconnect. Ultimately, healthy boundaries help maintain mutual respect and trust, strengthening both self-esteem and the relationship as a whole.
Okay, so what's the difference between healthy boundaries and being selfish?
That's a great question. Healthy boundaries are all about maintaining respect for both yourself and others. They involve clearly communicating your needs, respecting your own limits, and allowing others to do the same. On the other hand, being selfish typically means disregarding the needs and feelings of others in favor of your own, often without empathy consideration. In contrast, healthy boundaries strike a balance, ensuring that both parties feel valued and respected. It's really about mutual respect and balance.
Okay, so what are the main types of boundaries? Emotional, physical, mental, and time?
Absolutely. Emotional boundaries involve protecting your feelings and maintaining a healthy emotional space, ensuring you don't take on others' emotions or let them negatively impact you. Physical boundaries refer to personal space and touch, making sure you're comfortable with physical interactions. Mental boundaries involve protecting your thoughts, opinions, and values and not allowing others to manipulate or influence them. Finally, time boundaries are about how you spend your time, making sure you prioritize your own needs and avoid overcommitting. All these boundaries work together to create a balanced and healthy dynamic.
Okay, so our next question is, why and how do we identify that where we need stronger boundaries?
That's an insightful question. We can identify where we need stronger boundaries by paying attention to patterns that cause discomfort or stress. For instance, if you often feel drained, resentful, or overwhelmed after certain interactions, that could be a sign that your boundaries need reinforcement. Also, reflecting on situations where you feel your needs aren't being met, or where you find yourself compromising too much can help pinpoint those areas. It's really about tuning into your own feelings and recognizing when your personal limits are being pushed.
Okay, ChatGPT. So our next question is, what are the signs that our boundaries are being crossed?
That's a great question. Some common signs that your boundaries are being crossed include feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or resentful after certain interactions. You might notice that you're frequently compromising your own needs, feeling like your boundaries are being ignored or dismissed. Other signs can be physical or emotional exhaustion, a sense of discomfort or resentment when interacting with certain people, or even feeling like you're losing your sense of identity. Being mindful of these signals can help you recognize when it's time to reinforce your boundaries.
Okay. So our next question is, how does people pleasing interfere with boundary setting?
That's a really important topic. People pleasing often leads individuals to prioritize others' needs and wants over their own, which can make it difficult to set and maintain healthy boundaries. This tendency can cause someone to say yes when they really mean no, or to avoid conflict even when it's necessary, leading to burnout and resentment. Over time, people pleasing can blur the lines of personal limits and make it challenging to assert oneself. Learning to recognize and balance this tendency is key to healthy boundary setting.
Okay. How can we say no without guilty?
That's such an important skill. One way to say no without feeling guilty is to remember that it's okay to prioritize your own needs and well-being. You can be clear and respectful in your communication by expressing gratitude for the opportunity or the request, and then gently but firmly stating your limits. It also helps to practice self-compassion and remind yourself that setting boundaries is a form of self-care, not selfishness. Over time, it becomes more natural and less guilt-inducing.
Okay, so what role does self awareness play in setting boundaries?
Self-awareness is absolutely fundamental when it comes to setting boundaries. It helps you understand your own needs, values, and limits so you can recognize when they're being crossed. Being self-aware allows you to reflect on past experiences and identify patterns that signal when boundaries need to be set. It also helps you communicate more effectively and confidently because you're clear on what you need. Ultimately, self-awareness empowers you to set boundaries that are authentic and sustainable.
Okay, how can boundaries help us to stay true to our values?
Boundaries are essential for staying true to our values because they serve as a protective framework that ensures we don't compromise on what's truly important to us. When we set clear boundaries, we're essentially protecting our own principles and ensuring that our actions align with our beliefs. This helps us avoid situations where we might feel pressured to act against our values. In the long run, having strong boundaries helps us build integrity and fosters genuine, value-driven relationships.
Okay, how do we communicate boundaries clearly and respectfully?
Communicating boundaries clearly and respectfully involves being direct yet gentle. It's helpful to use I statements like I feel or I need to express your own perspective without blaming or accusing others. It's also important to be consistent and calm and to explain the reasons behind your boundaries so the other person understands. It's also valuable to listen to their perspective and find a middle ground when possible. Ultimately, kindness and clarity go a long way, making sure boundaries are respected.
Okay, what should we do when others react negatively to our boundaries?
When others react negatively to our boundaries, it's important to stay calm and reaffirm your needs confidently. It can help to listen to their concerns and empathize with their feelings, but also maintain your stance firmly. it's helpful to set clear consequences if those boundaries continue to be crossed. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own well-being, even if it's uncomfortable. Over time, consistent and respectful boundary setting can lead to healthier and more respectful relationships.
Okay, that's great, ChatGPT. So thank you for this session. I hope this session found viewers helpful and insightful. So see you in the next session. Take care and Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome, Rabia. It was a pleasure to be part of this session. I'm glad you found it helpful.